And as you can see, obviously a very abrupt end to our last stream, as it won't even place us where we were before. But that's just apparently what happens sometimes, and it's happening more and more as we try to be a little bit consistent with our streams and stuff like that. So, well, I guess hold on, let me go back here and see if... Okay, that's blood. Oh, that's blood. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't inspect this place. Okay, well, something major was happening. But yeah, obviously, as you can tell by the title and the fact that it's another 0.5 and not just a separate part, our last stream just ended abruptly when an error occurred playing the game, and of course you do the thing where suggest solution, and it just says, oh, check to see if the game is up to date. And of course, when we check to see if the game's up to date, shock and awe, the game is up to date. So oh shit. Can I get in?
It's locked.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That was pretty badass now, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, petition letter. Well, that doesn't take me to the petition letter. Would have been much nicer if you did. Okay. Let's go help homeboy over here. Okay, actually, first of all, where's there we go. So, what the... It doesn't even... What the hell? So does... What the hell did it do with my clue? Okay, here we go. Pruin orders... West Boot petition letter. Mr. Bates must stop. For months, for years maybe, Codigan Bates has exploited us. Mr. Bates must stop. If we had more money or proper jobs, we would never rent any of his extortionate flats. Mr. Bates must stop. We all know what revolting solution he proposes to the women who can't pay the weekly rent. Mr. Bates must stop. Let's meet him together soon and demand for an immediate change. Right there. Does it have the, Does it have the letter from the, it's... Oh yeah, that's, so I corrected that letter. That's the voucher. Excuse me, sir. You're Codigan Bats, aren't you?
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir.
I'm the man who saved you.
You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are
See
you
what it
doing
looks like
here?
from the other
This
side.
place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the Savages.
Or, and just stick with me on this one. Goodbye. I'm sorry I had to.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret is that no one will mourn me, for I have never been loved.
Oh well. Listen, we heard and read what that said, okay? Granted, this area was already in a bit of shambles, so maybe that wasn't the smartest move to make. But hey, you know what? You know what they say. Life is nothing but trial and error. And maybe we just made an error. But at least we tried. I don't believe I didn't notice and follow that blood before. Seemed like I should have really been on top of that a bit better. Okay, come on. Give me something. Thank you. Yes, I know the condition's already serious and I probably didn't help it. Okay. So, there was also, over here, and there was a letter I read over here. The guy's not here no more, so obviously, okay, take that. There's the letter about Pembroke that we read in the last one. Okay. Now I actually have it. Okay. Just making sure I had everything. So now we can move on. Let's raid these lockers again. Okay, we can't go that way. We have to go over here. Ooh, what is this? Box of pills. Lovely. Okay. More blood. No, you won't. No, you won't. I mean, you'll try, and you'll fail. Nah, I'm sorry. It's not how that works. Not how that's gonna go down. You hear that? What's that? Oh, excuse me, rat. Oh, yes. No, come here. A new hideout's unlocked. Nice. Excuse me, rat. Come back here, please. Thank you. Yes, there we go. That's what I was going for. Pest. Okay, so this is my new area. Anything to take? I don't need to stash. Is there anything in these? Nope. Okay. Let's head back this way. We're almost there.
is
Well,
despicable.
Yeah, you kind of got your own self to blame for that, right? You know what?
I have this thirst for blood.
I'm just being completely unnecessary with it right now.
There's more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, the guards recruit more and more every year.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first trial.
I'd step back, sir. Die, vermin! Die, vermin!
Oh, yep. We knew that was coming. Hey, listen. Hey, okay. So we can all just relax.
Die, vermin!
No, I'd rather not. Oh, you like that, huh? You like that? How about that? You good now? We're all hunky-dory? That's what I thought.
It's closed.
What's closed? And who's that talking? Doesn't seem closed.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Okay. Huh. That's all that was up here. I guess we keep going this way. Let me see what the... Yep, okay.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
Bro!
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Will they now?
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking
What?
alley breach.
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street? Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. Mm-hmm. No one can help me. Not even you.
You sure about that? Can you tell me your
Perhaps
troubles?
you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Oh, well, that sucks. Oh,
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
treatment for migraine. Don't I have... Oh, you son of a bitch.
I will see you later.
God,
What can you tell me about this place?
I didn't have the stuff enough for migraine, didn't I?
This is where I used
I could have
to
made
live.
it, but I don't have
Where
enough
I live
stuff.
now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Why did you shoot?
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Well, I guess...
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Swanborough... Oh, sweet. Okay, well,
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
So, hold on. Let me go back to this other... You.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Excuse me.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London. So you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Oh, boy, you are, really coming off lovely.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Okay,
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Well, dude, if you keep bitching and complaining like that, you might. Okay, hold on. Let me, which way to my hide? I'm trying to remember which way the hideout was. Here. Was it up this way? I don't think it was up this way. No, because that's the box. So, was it this way? It was, okay, it was this way. Oh, shit! I didn't see this! Okay.
Science fails you. This elixir will give you faith again.
What is this thing? I'm just running around now. This crazy with all this shit. I mean, I'm hoping this leads to a hideout. I'd like to think this leads to a hideout, but knowing my luck, it probably doesn't lead to a hideout. This. Oh my god. Man, what is up here? Oh, well, I did find a new hideout now, apparently. Okay, let me see if I can... If I can make that migraine stuff, because if I can, I mean, I can help the guy. Okay, craft. Pneumonia, bronchi... I don't... Oh. Use it to cure... Damn it. Okay. Well... There's a whole lot of shit here. There we go. Okay. Well, unfortunately we don't have stuff for a migraine, so that dude unfortunately is just assed out for right now. Maybe it's a decent thing that that our last stream got cut off, because then this one can kind of go a little bit. I wasn't expecting to run into all this different stuff while we were searching. I thought this was just going to be one of those, hey, get from point A to point B, and you might have a couple of dudes like in your way while you do it. Sorry, rat. Thank you.
This is despicable.
It is, but hey, we need it. And with it, come here.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hey, listen. We only have so many resources right now.
This is despicable.
Okay. Now let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, let me just go this way. Okay.
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Well, that was just extremely odd there. But no reason for us to go getting involved in those situations right now when we gotta worry about our own predicaments.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
He's got bronchitis. Oh, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Nobody at home.
God damn it.
There's no one in.
No, but there is. Oh, okay, now I got it. Now I got it. I figure stuff out eventually.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Okay.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
God damn it, really? And this is just sending me on a wild goose chase now. Well, let's go find these people and see if,
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
okay, if they're at it one more time when we come back, we'll, Oh, hello, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Oh,
Name's
this is the
Clayton
reporter.
Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon.
Oh, yes.
I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Oh, good. Are you investigating London?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Okay.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Nice.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Okay, okay. So...
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Thank you for speaking in riddles, just like that.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
No.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Yes. Anyway.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm just gonna spit the truth
I'm
with him.
afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Huh.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay, well, thank you. Listen. Hey,
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Ah, he does need medicine. Okay, so, for fatigue. Okay, here, I got you.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the
I
risk.
finally helped somebody! Well,
Goodbye, Mr.
hey.
Darby. Farewell.
Who the hell is this person?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Oh my god. Please don't be one of those types of people.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, yes. I'm listening.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Okay, well, what's your plan?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Okay, so...
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Oh, you mean kind of just like, what's going on with you here?
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
I've been touched by God's grace. I am perfectly healthy.
That's what they all say.
What do you mean when you say that I am more
Wait,
lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled.
Quite a judgmental
Yeah, we just
opinion.
went through this. I'll just choose something else.
But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Okay,
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Huh.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Well, that sounds cliche.
Do you
Anyway.
know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Oh.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Whoa now, buddy. Let's calm ourselves down now.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients.
Oh.
It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Okay, we're done.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
You're so deluded. Find the mailbox and the letter. Okay. So... let's head this way. A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Camilla secretly distributes medical vouchers for Dorothy Crane's dispensary. Ha-ha! Darius Petrescu's letter. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me in a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by war, but there is also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know, the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
And it's just other portraits, right? Okay. Okay, so that was locked. Oh. Hello, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. Can I get back that way? I can't from here.
I cannot enter.
What about the other side? I'm gonna do all... God damn. I'm gonna do all this work to get back on the other side, and then the other side's not gonna open either. Just watch. There. I'll go up there at some other point.
Unable to see the true horror around you.
Yes. Sweet. Okay, good. No! That didn't happen the way I wanted. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Whew. I like that mist. It comes more in handy than you think it would, but... Oh. That was still a bit rough. Quarantine. Influenza. Well, we definitely don't want to go through there. Where's this? Where's this Richard? This has to be Richard.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir.
There we go.
Richard Nethercott, at your service.
This would be so much easier if people just introduce themselves, like, right away. Hey, I have a treatment for a cold.
Medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
Hey, listen.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Hey, I'm just trying to help you, my guy. Just trying to help you. So, listen. Just got some questions for you here if you, don't mind.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
I mean...
My mother loved poetry. Perhaps your words would have touched her sensitive nature. I only see a dreadful disease.
Most people fail to understand my perspective.
Damn connection noises.
I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet
hold on,
if I
people.
veiled my feelings?
Okay, there we go. Got that. Back in here.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
You're not afraid of the epidemic,
huh? Are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
I mean, that's true, but also doesn't mean you have to be stupid about it whatsoever.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
This is true.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
I think you're afraid.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Okay. Well...
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
Well...
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Well, I mean, at least he's happy about it, I guess. Okay, anyway. Back to my needs, okay?
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What about...
What can you tell me
Darius?
about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Okay, well, hey, thank you, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Okay. There anything over here while I'm at it? Camilla. Editorial refusal letter. Hold on. Where do I go again? God damn it, I can't remember. Ah, here we go. Sycophant Publishing Ltd. Lavender Court, Camden Street, London. Dear Mr. Nethercott, thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which was found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such a title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce to you that Sycophant Publishing chose the second option. With kindest regards, A.J. Morris. Oh! Whoa! New hint available. Hold on. Hey, excuse me. Mr. Nethercock?
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Yes, excuse me, yes you can.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Well, that's, nice to hear. Oh, wait, didn't I ask him this already?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
So we're getting to the root
If
of the problems
misfortune
here.
came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Oh, let's not get too crazy here. And I already asked him that. There's no more personal questions. Okay.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Okay, now where's that Camilla chick? Excuse me, ma'am.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Oh, I can see that this is really gonna go for it.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Okay.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Are you serious?
Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Okay. Well, I'm glad this went effing nowhere.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Let's get back here and see if we can finally get to this. Get to this Fool's area. I don't see why that's an option if there was nothing up there anyway. Hello, ma'am. Oh, shut the hell up.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You you pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay
Okay.
one way or another.
I know this is already
How long have we known each other?
dragging on a bit just because of all the conversations and all that you gotta interact with, but let's see what the hell's going on here. Okay, keep going, keep going.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
I bet you do.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Well then.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Well.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Okay. So, besides that...
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, wait. Okay. A bunch of hints required.
Right then. Show me what you have.
What is this? Aluminum shard. Floss. Oh, I feel like... Hold on. Don't want to... God damn it, I can't... God, I wish I knew the treatments offhand. Okay, oh, that's all sell. I don't want to sell. So... Painful migraine attacks. We'll buy 4 of those. Another 4. Another 4. Another 4. And another 4. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now let's see what this guy's side of the story is. And then I swear we will head to Whitechapel.
Another journalist?
Well, back into the area in Whitechapel.
Piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Oh. Well. Hey, listen, I'm just looking for somebody.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Okay, okay. So,
according to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Oh, so...
May I ask what you do around here?
I'll do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Oh, well.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Well.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Well, thank you for that hint there. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Oh. Okay.
Fancy buying.
One more interruption.
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Anyway,
Besides his behavior toward
give me some dirt here.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
I got you, I got you.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Well, Mr. Lewis, thank you. Once again.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
And we will come back and talk to Joe at some point. Well, actually, you know what? Since he's right here.
You again? What do you want this time?
Well. Oh, really? Nothing,
Goodbye,
apparently. Sorry to just be a kind of a dick there.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Thank you. May I talk to you a little bit more?
To Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Please,
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
okay, that's admirable. Oh, I don't have a treatment for bronchitis? That seems like I should. Listen, I'm gonna get you something. Darius. I will.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Well, that would explain why he didn't feel like publishing his works.
Safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
So.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius? Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him
so. I believe him.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Okay.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Wow, that's a little dark.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
So,
this war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Okay. Well.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Well, one last thing. Just tell me how you met the nurse.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Probably. Well, thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Okay. He did say up the steps, right? Even though we saw him come over to the... You know what? We're just gonna come to the door.
Razvan, control yourself. Calm. Calm.
I'm thirsty. Give me a drink.
Razvan, can you hear my voice? I need
What is
help.
going on?
What do we have
I
here?
got you.
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
Oh, don't tell me.
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
I mean, why not just get right into it?
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
Oh,
Thoracostomy.
goodness.
Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Well, I guess I should have just say don't question me, but hey. Dude, I look like I'm
He's still
the
bleeding,
walking
Doctor.
undead.
I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh no.
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Come on.
Good.
Come on.
The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Maybe. Oh, fuck.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
God damn it.
We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
Wow.
This is not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the
You really need to be an asshole right now.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
So was there like no way I could save that guy whatsoever?
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Okay, well, this is a bit of a abrupt place to end it, but we've done...
Do I owe this courtesy?
Listen, okay, you know what? Just so I don't have to hear it. We've done so much this episode just alone. And, I mean, if you add this up with our previous episode, this is probably easily stretching into about the 2-hour mark. So, we're going to call it from here, guys. And, when we come back with Vampyr, we will confront Dorothy Crane about all that she's doing here right now, and we will move further along into this story. This is crazy. I had no idea that there was like this much like interaction / information that you had to take in and all that. So I'm kind of interested. I mean, I know I chose the type of difficulty where it focuses more on the story and all that, and the combat isn't that hard, but like, I wasn't expecting this, but I mean that in a good way. So, we're going to continue on with Vampyr. Go check out our other series that we're doing right now. We got Vice City, which, if you checked out the last video for Vice City, things were going okay, and then they kind of fell apart at the end, but hopefully when we hop back into that, things will get better, and, we'll understand the game a little bit more there. Today, I also just started up another new series where me and my friend Brooke hopped into Red Dead Online, so you'll probably be seeing a couple more of those videos. And as I tend to go into detail in that video, expect maybe a few more Red Dead Redemption videos coming up on the channel. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all already know the routine. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and once you do, smash that notifications bell. That way you are always notified whenever a new video goes up. But until next time, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.